Mr. Speaker, Islam is a culture with patina of religion. Sharia is the law of Islam. Sharia is dangerous. Western values form the basis for the founding of America, namely that rights come from our Creator. Ours is a Christian-based culture. Sharia, on the other hand, is a culture of violence and domination, totally anathema to the concept of individual freedom. The United States Constitution and Sharia are fundamentally at odds with one another. The Constitution begins with "we the people." Sharia states Allah has said. Followers of Sharia believe Muhammad received a divine legal code that stands supreme over all man-made laws. While Western civilization has evolved, Islam has not. Islam is stuck in the 8th century, and if they succeed at imposing their beliefs upon us, we will be dragged back into the Dark Ages. The contrasts are stark when comparing Sharia to the strides made by the United States in 250 years. The 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution abolished slavery, but there has never been an abolition movement in Islam. The Quran and Hadith even contain rules for slaves and the slave trade. Sharia prescribes inhumane punishments viewed as normative. Stoning to death for adultery is common, as are public beatings of women, the amputation of the hand of a thief, and execution of Christians and Jews in accordance with the Quran. Several hardline clerics have even issued fatwas for the assassination of President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu. The Declaration of Independence states, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal." Not so in Islam. According to Sharia, the testimony of a non-Muslim is not valid against a Muslim in a court of law. A woman's testimony is equal to 1/2 of that of a man. Non-Muslims living in majority Islamic societies are second-class citizens with few rights and little protection under the law. The 6th Amendment speaks of an impartial jury, but the testimony of a non-Muslim is deemed inadmissible. So in an Islamic Sharia court, the only testimony allowed is that of a Muslim, hardly fair and impartial. Sharia prohibits marriage between a Muslim woman and a non-Muslim man. A Muslim man may marry a Christian wife, but not vice versa. Sharia also gives the man, but not the woman, the unconditional right to divorce. Freedom of religion is in our First Amendment, but freedom of religion in Sharia means one is permitted to embrace Islam, but one is never free to leave Islam. Abandoning Sharia is an apostasy punishable by death. Freedom of speech in America extends to expression not only of verbal communication, but in art, writing, the media, and action. Certain forms of expression are forbidden by Sharia. Non-Muslims and moderate Muslims who openly criticize Islam, Muhammad, or the Quran face severe punishment. Remember Salman Rushdie, who was stabbed under a fatwa just for writing about Muhammad. America was founded on a basic concept of freedom of the individual, self-governing under the rule of law. John Adams said, "Our Constitution was made only for a moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate to the government of any other." We are witnessing the reality of Adams' wisdom in the clash of cultures as outsiders stream into our country without assimilating. A prominent Muslim attorney argued in the U.S. court, "Islam is Sharia, Sharia is Islam. The two cannot be separated." There are acceptable actions in Sharia that are illegal in America. Murder of family members who dishonor the family, child marriage, spouse abuse, to name only a few. Our legal processes, developed through centuries of Western civilization, are not sufficient to confront the Sharia influence spreading across America. Even legislation may not stop the encroaching danger. It will take more. In the streets of New York City, a Muslim imam recently proclaimed, "We will not stop until Islam enters every home." There is no denying Islam's intent to dominate Western civilization. Their stated objective is to destroy us from within. All who serve in this Congress swore to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. This is a time for choosing. Either we defeat the Sharia advances in America, our government of the people, by the people, and for the people may indeed perish from the earth.